We went to the Growth Hub for help with consultancy. When you work with consultants, it's often like a marriage counsellor. There's lots out there, but it's actually getting a connection with someone so that you feel that you can work together and be at complete ease with them when you're going through the process.
We do weddings. We also run events. Obviously COVID has put paid to quite a lot of the things we were doing last year. What I find particularly valuable about the Growth Hub is that when you think you have got somewhere and you've got something to show, you can then test it out, which is such a good steer.
Growth Hub helped my business, basically helped me orchestrate the whole grant application until it was approved by the board. This feels like a turning point. I feel like I can achieve my 5-year plan.
When COVID hit, it had a massive impact on my business. Growth Hub enabled me to take a breath and reevaluate my business. I'm pleased to say within 3 months we had doubled our internet business, so we were up 200%.
Growth Hub helped us tremendously. It allowed us to apply for a grant, and with that grant we were able to convert a couple of taxis, one into a pizza taxi, one into a coffee taxi.
Growth Hub have been great. We really wanted to expand the capacity of our building, and they've helped us get that equipment.
Growth Hub provided us with our first grant to buy our first piece of manufacturing equipment. That really was, if you like, the catalyst to where we are now. And we've got a pretty good platform for growth as a UK manufacturer now.
For us, it's quite a big step to go from working on your own in a cabin to a big clinic is a big step. And the Growth Hub has made a massive, massive difference.
Over lockdown, me and Sarah got put onto the Lightbulb Centre from Growth Hub. They were running a digital marketing course, and it taught us about how to improve our SEO, improve our social media presence, and that would really help our business moving forward. To be honest, I was quite sceptical about how these things work to start off with.
But we obviously went through with it, and look where we are.
Okay, for us, when we put that video together, I think we know we make a difference, and we know we speak to businesses and we help and support, but it kind of touched us because every single one of our team do this job because we do want to make a difference and we want to help. So I've just got a small presentation now, just going to show you some slides about actually specifically what we're doing and what the next year holds for us. So we're the best business growth hub. We have been around for 4 or 5 years. There's 38 growth hubs across the country, all supported by local enterprise partnerships. And although they're all different, they all suit and meet the needs of their regional areas. For us, obviously, it's Essex. They have one similar thread that runs through, which is firstly, we're free at point of access, so we're fully funded. And secondly, we give high quality and impartial advice with a simple focus, helping every business that we come into contact grow, prosper, change, and improve. Obviously, the last year has kind of not just changed the way in which we do business, but it's changed the way in which we do business. We've gone from the constant narrative being about growth and scale up to adaptation, resilience, and recovery. But we firmly believe that adapting, becoming resilient, and I suppose the word recovery from a situation aren't negative. They're the opportunity for us to change and help you as businesses to change. And so we've pivoted ourselves. Our team has broadened out, our expertise has changed, we've adapted, and as an organisation we're probably more resilient than we ever have been before. You know, we've gone from probably 10 to 15% of the business community coming to us asking for help to probably 60–70% either directly or indirectly by the organisations like local authorities or business or grant providers coming to us. And I think that in itself is a positive. The reason is we've started to realise that community of business people and businesses and entrepreneurs and people looking forward realise there's actually a lot of support out there, decent support. There is grants available to help them start up, help them grow, help them scale up. And as we look to the next year and beyond, we can make it brighter and better. We can make our community tighter Our peer program, for example, brings businesses together to speak openly and honestly about some of the challenges they're facing. Our adaptation and scale-up programs still are oversubscribed, working directly one-to-one with businesses to help them change, and giving business leaders the chance to talk to somebody who really understands it and can help them unlock some of those barriers that they face because you've got your nose to the grindstone. And our navigators and all the outreach work we do, directly engaging with any business of any scale or any size and giving them a list of all those different providers across the county. For us, we're trying to build a better, stronger economy in Essex. We're very proud of our culture, our community, and our county. And we look forward to a positive economic position as we go forward. So what do we do? Support, help, link and access, quite concisely put forward. We offer frontline cutting edge support for businesses across Essex. As long as you're a business or you're planning to be a business, you can engage with us and we'll find some way of helping you. We help business plan, we help them adapt, and we help them grow. Sometimes businesses aren't looking just to make more money. They're looking better ways to share best practice or help navigate a particular barrier. Or they're looking for a small amount of money to come along that can help them evolve, really. We specifically as an organisation link with economic development teams across the whole of the borough. We link directly with district councils, and we're funded and we have incredibly close ties with the South East Local Enterprise Partnership, which have a direct route into central government. So any information that we gather, or any data or intel or information that we need to get across to those people making the decisions beyond our control, we can do that. And again, I'll reiterate, because it's so important to us and will never change, we're fully funded and we're free to access. But beyond our core purpose, best as the Essex Growth Hub, we like to say we do innovative and creative things. We try to respond as best we can to what's happening out there with our own entrepreneurs. And we also try to lead the way a little bit. Yeah, okay, sometimes there's things that don't go quite to plan, but in essence, we are fortunate enough to have an understanding and innovative business community who aren't afraid to come forward and say, well, we need this, we want that. So we have the talent in our organisation to create very, very specific programs to meet the need, and we can do that quite quickly at a very high level. We have UTAS in Essex, UTAS Essex, which is our program for helping people manage the transition from the European Union. And also that's evolving this year into helping people transition from lockdown, not COVID particularly, but how do high street businesses, broaden their engagement on an online environment, and how do all of us who've been at home working hard for the last 12 months and adapting and moving reintegrate back within a high street presence, or meet different pathways and different markets out there, whether it be EU, how do you navigate that, or internationally, or more locally. We have our SEB, Southeast Business Boost program, that offers two really, really valuable bits of support. One is a grant funding program for those businesses looking to grow. And the second is a range of amazing workshops and one-to-one engagement, again, for businesses looking to grow and adapt. And that runs for at least for a year and a half, and we facilitate that within our organisation. One of our most proudest programs, which launched this year, was our Peer Networks program, where we were the chosen facilitators in Essex to deliver the national peer networks. But what we did is we took that and we adapted it, and we delivered 8 cohorts within a 12-week period. And it was so successful, we've been refunded for another 12 months. And so our peer network program is growing to a level where we want to support 30 cohorts of 10 businesses over that 12-month period of time. That's touching 300 businesses across the whole of Essex, bringing them together and helping them solve problems together. Incredibly successful. And we also have our adaptation and scale-up program as well, which is constantly evolving. We do this through decent, solid analytics. So when we offer our direct help, we're presenting it in a way where you can understand why we're advising you to move and change in this situation. And again, if you look at the video that we started with, all of those people on there have come through one of these programs. And on the back of that, their business has changed and they themselves have become happier and more successful. But looking ahead to 2021, for us, it's not just about helping businesses change. It's also about recognizing those businesses that are not just over the past 12 months, but basically look at their what they do, whether it's what they make, how they manage their team, how they communicate, or as a business, how they function, and recognizing those that are brave and bold. And it doesn't matter whether they're a small business or whether they're a large-scale business. If you can turn around and say you've innovated, or you've changed, or you've done something against the grain that has had a huge amount of success, our Nova Award program for 12 months is for you. Any size business from any industry can enter. All you have to do is be able to tell us how you've innovated, how you've adapted, how you've changed. And what we'll do is we'll run you through an accreditation program that will give you a formal stamp against all your other business competitors, business friends, business colleagues, that shows, yes, you're a business that wants to make a change, and you're brave, you're bold, and you're ambitious. We're not looking at the standard business award ceremony where the same old faces win it every single year, or they sit there and it's best in show, or it's the best small business. We're taking all that away. For us, for the next 12 months, this is about celebrating those businesses who have made some changes. And it has been tough, but a lot of people have taken that challenge and they've adapted. And that, for us, is what needs to be recognised, because they become the exemplars and the leaders as we go forward. And we're looking for those businesses that have had an impact on society, have done something that has changed their community or their businesses around them, or the people or the residents around them. We're looking for those businesses that have shown real resilience and have used the best use of business support. And that's not just us. It's that they've gone out there and said, hey, I don't know it all, but tell me, help me. And then they've taken that information and applied it. And on the back of that, they've changed the economic substance and their own business to be better and brighter. A big one for me and a big one for us at Best, and a big one for everyone really, is environment and sustainability. If you're a business, and I'm not talking about those businesses that 100% look at green issues, they need to be protected and promoted. But I'm looking in your business. As your business, have you done something that has shifted from more towards carbon neutral? Have you introduced elements within that that have made it more sustainable and more in keeping and respectful of the environment to help that's nibble against that big issue that we're all facing? We need to hear about you. Digital and tech, without it for the last 12 months, we don't know where we would have been. We don't know how that is fully going to be integrated into the world we're going into far from next week's and forwards. But if you're a company that's innovated in digital and tech, and really that's what you do, we want to hear from you. But if you're a company that has integrated digital technology into your business and you found that it's had a huge amount, it's changed your culture or your success or your productivity, great. Have you used VR or 3D printers? Have you developed a platform that your team can create in a different way? Come and talk to us. And then creativity and experience. Wow, we had a panel talking about high streets. The creative industries and the experiential industries are the ones really that have been a little bit left behind. But regardless of that, they still try to lead the way. And there's so many fantastic changes in those two economic strands, because they underpin really, our life. Creativity is everything from music to leisure to literature to high arts, and experience is everything from sitting having a pint with your friends at the pub to going down the bowling alley. But if you've used creativity or experience in some way to change either your business or you're a creative and experience-based business anyway, come and talk to us in terms of the Nova Awards. And finally, those that have made an impact on the economy. They've kept us together, they've kept it driving forward, or they're preparing for the change and leading from the front. For us, there are award streams. So if you, in any way, there's something there that has resonated with you as a business leader, an entrepreneur, or even a member of the team, and you want to go back to your managing director, chief executive, team leader and say, hang on a minute, we've done some great stuff here. Nova Awards are for you. We want the next generation of exemplars. The businesses have faced challenges and come through it with creative and interesting ways. So finally, all you have to do is go to the Nova Awards website, complete the online application form, and upload a pitch video or a PowerPoint. Make it as interesting and creative as you possibly can, and tell us what you've done within one of those streams. You've got a couple of months to do this. It closes on the 1st of July, and we're here to help you. This isn't a challenge in that way. We want to make sure the best businesses put themselves forward, and we can sell that story or promote their successes across the whole of the country, in fact, the whole of the world, really. And for us, there'll be an independent scoring by some real leaders in the industry. And they will give a scoring for your application, and we'll shortlist special entries for our Gold Nova Awards, which you'll be pleased to hear will be delivered in person at our award ceremony in autumn, COVID allowing. So that's all from me before I close the EXSE Festival. Please come and talk to us and find us. We're very approachable, as you can probably see. We've got some fantastic, talented members of the team. All of them in some capacity understand business, understand your needs. And we're guaranteed that one way or the other we'll be able to help you. Come and see us at thebestgrowthhub.org.uk. Email us at info@bestgrowthhub.org.uk. We're on LinkedIn, and I think you've probably seen a lot of us over the festival. We're on Twitter, and we're on Instagram as well. And please, please, please read more about the Nova Awards at www.novaawards.co.uk. Thank you. It leaves me to say that we've had an absolute fantastic 3 days. We didn't know how this was going to go. There has been some challenges, but there's been some absolutely fantastic speakers. There's been wonderful comments. There's been some engagement that we didn't think was possible. I'd like to really, really thank Mark at EXSE and his team, who've been absolutely amazing. Every time there's been a barrier, and you can test systems as much as you want, but when you're doing something different, you're innovating and you're doing something a way you've never done before, it does take a little bit of, dealing with things on the hoof. And these guys not only have invented what I genuinely believe is going to be one of the most important platforms for virtual events going forward, but they've also stepped in at every given opportunity, whether they've been a delegate, an exhibitor, a speaker, or one of our team, and made sure making improvements on the hoof. So thank you, guys. I need to thank David Ball and Nick Luby, who, as you've seen in the mornings, have really set the tone and entertained us on the breakfast show. When we do this again, I want them there all day, because they really, really did add a touch of enthusiasm. And I thoroughly enjoyed my slots on there and how they were talking. And I think they did a huge, huge amount of promoting the businesses and our sponsors on a daily basis in a way that, didn't make it painful, but made it funny and enjoyable. I'd like to thank the University of Essex and the FSB, two organisations, in something that they've never seen before or didn't really know how it was going to look, step forward and sponsored us, and have been ever present in a positive and engaging way for the 3 days. For us, people often say, well, FSB, Institute of Directors, Chamber of Commerce, do you do the same thing? We're like, no, we work together, we're all partners. Our focus, whether we're an organisation, a membership organisation, or whether we're a funded organisation, is to make sure businesses help. In particular, the University of Essex and the FSB stood forward where others weren't quite sure, and made sure that they made EXSE what it is. And we genuinely thank you, guys. You've made it for us. I obviously need to thank really, really, at the bottom of my heart, the Best Growth Hub Peer Networks team. Peer Networks is new for us, and Jackie and Hannah in particular not only made sure that every one of their peer networks was present here and had an exhibition, but were responsible for some of the best speakers. And not only that, they stepped in and helped run the show as part of the best team, and they were fantastic. And that also leads to the best team: Adele, Kate, all the guys, Sophie, Murray, Ben, Jenny, Karen, Peter, and Theo, and their own ways were present in everything. And Adele and Kate and the guys in the marketing team have been ever present all the way through it, positive and driving us forward. You've done an absolutely amazing job. And finally, I really do need to thank all the speakers, all the people who got here, made their stand without knowing how many people would attend. And finally, you guys out there who've attended and made the effort to experience this, talk about it positively on social media, visit the stands and give us some feedback that helped us change as we went along, but also have been brave enough and bold enough really to experience something different. It wouldn't have happened without you guys, and that's, for us, made it all worthwhile. So before I close the EXSE 2021, I'd like to leave you with a quote from a philosopher who's very close to my heart, one that has got a very simple message for life, business, and the world that we're going into, and that's Rocky Balboa. In his immortal words, it ain't how hard you get hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and how you keep moving forward. That's how winning's done. So I'll leave you with that. Be well, be safe, be prosperous. This is the close of the EXSE event, and for everyone at the Best Growth Hub, we thank you so much for being with us on our journey. All the best, and we'll see you all soon.